What's up, everybody? My name is Scott Waters, and welcome to No Life to Metal. It's time for a rock metal update. That's right, time for a rock metal update. This update's going to be all bootlegs and live albums. Got 3 or 4 bootlegs and a couple of official live albums here. So I'm going to start off with just an awesome bootleg. This is what's playing in the background, but Scorpions 1978 live in Tokyo. Fantastic Uli Roth era recording of Scorpions. It's brilliant. I mean, I love this stuff. I'm sure everybody knows this album. This is their official live album from that time period, Tokyo Tapes, and it's a fantastic album. I've never really liked the rock and roll medley they did with Hound Dog and Long Tall Sally on here. I always thought that kind of was like stuck out like a sore thumb. That's not on here, which is great. Instead, you have a track that wasn't on there called Hellcat, which is a fantastic, heavy track for the 70s, as well as I believe Catch Your Train is the other one that might not be on here. Let's see, yeah, Catch Your Train is also on here that is not on the official Tokyo Tapes album. So picked this one up from Rockadrome Records, thanks to Metal War God, who showed this on his channel, and of course I immediately went to Rockadrome to grab a copy when he showed on his channel, but it had sold out apparently the same day it came in. So they have this little thing on their website where you can tell it to email you if they get more copies in, which I did, and they did, so I did. I ordered, I grabbed it the day I got the email, I clicked on it immediately, ordered it before it was gone again. So, Scorpions live in Tokyo, 1978, Uli Roth era Scorpions. This next one has been one that's been on my radar for years, literally, probably decades. But this is Aerosmith, Live Dudes. If you know me, I'm a huge Aerosmith fan. I like all eras of Aerosmith. Including, the 80s and 90s where it was more poppy and less heavy like it was in the 70s. But this album was recorded in 1990 in Nassau Coliseum, and which is Long Island, New York. The day before the big Spectrum show in Philadelphia, which has been bootlegged numerous times over, because that one was actually, I believe, broadcast. This one was not broadcast. This is actually an audience recording. You think, okay, audience recording is probably really bad sound. It's really not. I've got bootlegs that are way worse than this one. This is actually very listenable bootleg for an audio recording. If you check out some of the bootleg sites online and look up quality, this was actually given like an excellent plus excellent plus audience recording. So yes, it's an audience recording, which means it's mono. It doesn't have audiophile quality sound, but it's very listenable, very enjoyable. And if you're a fanatic of Aerosmith like myself and you collect bootlegs, this is well worth having. And I believe this one came out in the early 90s on vinyl. Double album set. And of course, it's got some of the songs from the tour they were on, which was I keep wanting to say Pump, but it's Get a Grip. And it's also got some classics on here like Same Old Song and Dance, Draw the Line, Dream On, Sweet Emotions, Peter Gunn Theme. They also do a cover of with Joe Perry singing of Red House with Jimi Hendrix cover, Mama Kin, Angel, Ragdoll. Yeah, it's a solid live recording from Aerosmith. They were still at the top of their game here, so very cool. Glad to have it. This is on the Swingin' Records label. This next one is a recent pickup and a recent release, I believe. This is Alice Cooper. This is Classic Radio Broadcast Live on Air. It's a compilation of live songs that were recorded over for radio. So you've got Under My Wheels from 71, I'm 18 from 71, Hey Stupid from 91, School's Out from 72, Only Women Bleed from 81, No More Mr. Nice Guy from 81, The Black Widow from 92, and Billion Dollar Babies from 81. So no, this is not one that I'm going to say is essential unless you're an Alice Cooper fanatic like myself and you enjoy collecting, obscure stuff like this, bootlegs of Alice Cooper. Cool artwork, like the artwork, like the back artwork. Sound quality is pretty darn good. It, of course, is not every song is different. I mean, the years you go from 71 to 81 to 91. So, you know, the recording quality is obviously very different from track to track, but thankfully whoever put this together at least got the levels all the same. So, cool recording. Alice Cooper live on air. Speaking of the background, you're hearing a drum solo, but this is actually the Scorpions album playing in the background. So, the official album, this is on Medusa Records from 1990. This is Barren Cross, Hotter Than Hell Live. Pretty sure this was a contract filler for Barren Cross and Enigma Records. And the reason I say that is because this album came out after their third album, which was State of Control. But this recording was done at the tail end of their second album tour for Atomic Arena. So, Rock for the King was their first album, Atomic Arena was their second, and the third album was State of Control. This was recorded between the second and third album. So all the songs on here are either from the first album, second album, and there's a couple of songs that are just kind of jams. There's this thing called Opus to the Third Heaven on here, which is kind of a moody, atmospheric kind of thing. And then you've got this kind of praise blues jam called King Jesus and Blues Jam. It's an okay live recording. It's fun. It's very raw. I mean, there's no overdubs to fix the rubs or any of that kind of thing. It's definitely live, energetic. You can feel that kind of, you know, crowd feeding off the band feeding off the crowd kind of energy going on. So it's a cool album. Glad to have it on vinyl finally for the first time. Double album vinyl, not a gatefold. It's just in a double wide sleeve. That's it. There's nothing else to it. So on the Medusa label, labels are very simple, just white labels with black ink. So like I said, I'm pretty sure this was a contract filler, but it's still cool to have. Classic heavy metal from Barren Cross from California. And this last one is on the newly resurrected Combat label. Apparently, I don't remember the guy's name, but somebody bought the Combat name and is releasing stuff under the Combat name. And I believe this is the first recording on the new Combat label. This is Sword live at the Hammersmith Odeon. And this is basically a bootleg. It's official release, so it's not a bootleg, but recording quality is just not. It's not an officially recorded live album. This is definitely not audiophile material here. This is, it actually says right on the front cover here, a live 1987 cassette recording of Canadian Metal Master's Sword. So this is taken off a cassette, which I understand that. I mean, that's the way a lot of bootlegs are. You know, they were off cassettes or reel-to-reels or whatever else they came off of. So that's what this is. It's not bad. It's a good recording. It's good. You know, it's decent sound. It's not perfect. The band sounds great, very energetic. Again, you can kind of feel that live energy going on here, which I really enjoy. Kind of looks like this is a die cut, but it's not. It's just printed like that. Really irritates me that this thing is so off-center. The Sword logo is way off-center. I wish I could have worked on this cover, but I mean, even to the point of this being so muted in the background, I would have brightened it up a little bit, but whatever. That's just me being picky. Very cool to have. First release on, I guess, the newly resurrected Combat Classics label. Yeah, live at the Hammersmith Odeon, 10/10/87. Sword. So there you go. Short, quick update. It's bootlegs and live albums. Let me know what you think of those. And that's it. Appreciate y'all watching. God bless. Stay strong.